order. Peace, everyone. Welcome to another episode of that Samba Conversation presented to you guys by the Repent or Die podcast. For those that don't know who this person is, me, I am him, Jooms, the original, aka Jooms, the Honorable Minister Jooms for the Bantu. Round of applause for that. Yes. Turn it up. Yes. We'd like to give all praise and glory to our ancestors, our fathers, our mother, our forefathers, our foremothers. We want to give all the praise and glory for what they sacrificed, what they had to endure to allow us to be alive this very moment right now to bring forth this biblical truth. So round of applause for that as well. Yes. And we're going to continue where we left off last week. I really wanted to bring forth, matter of fact, I'm gonna tell you, next week I'm gonna bring forth a very powerful lesson as far as pertaining to these fallen European gods that us brothers, especially those that's in these so-called camps and organizations, are calling on. Like I tell brothers and sisters, you do not know who you calling on. And when you call on these names, is you have an obligation to do your due diligence and study and figure out who you calling on. Because I have yet to find a brother that can speak to me in fluent Hebrew. I have yet to find a sister that can speak fluent Hebrew. And I'm not saying a few credos. I'm not saying Shema Yasharala. We're not talking about that. I'm talking about a full conversation. You see how I'm talking right now? How I'm just talking to you in English? You would not find one colored person that can speak that language. You know why? Because that is not our language. But I digress. We're going to pick up where we left off at. We was reading the Book of Sirach, a very powerful, like I like to say, it's Proverbs on steroids. Yes, it's Proverbs on steroids. Very edifying, help us walk a righteous path. You understand? And the only thing that's going to allow us to walk that path is reading books like Proverbs, reading books like Sirach. You understand? Like, these are the books that give you or teaches you proper action in your everyday lives. So we're going to dive right into that. Let me make sure I got everything situated for you guys. Hold on. Let me make sure. That's my son in the background, y'all. So just to let you know, he's just copy and pasting his daddy. You heard? So round of applause for him too. Round of applause for June. June, this is for you. This is for you, young man. That's for you, young man. Okay. Let me share my screen. I hope you guys are ready. Hold on. Let me share my screen. Hold on. You guys know I don't be prepared for none of these things, man. I like this background, guys. I like this. Where was I? There go. All right, guys. So we was at, I believe we was at 4, or we was doing 5. Bountiful Princess, we left off at 4. Was it at 5? I think it was 5. Yes, because I remember reading this. So we at 5. Okay. So we in the Book of Sirach. We're gonna start off with chapter 5. Again, these are my personal favorite books. This is what I use to literally help me get over the edge or the hump of evil, right? Because I didn't know, right? When, growing up, going to churches, you was always told, go to church, believe in Jesus, everything's going to be all right. But when you get a chance to sit down and honestly read and see what was being written by Solomon, one of the wisest men on the face of this earth till this very day, and to see what the father was, not just the father, but what Mama Love was displaying on him to write down and to create such a beautiful passage for us to copy and paste. You know what I'm saying? So, I definitely got to give you guys this information. So when you going through your trials and tribulations, when you got self-doubt, or when you feel like you're being condemned by anybody, whether it's through an organization, whether it's through friends and family, whenever you're going through those type of circumstances, just know when you need a space to meditate and you want to catch yourself and find yourself, these are the books to read, right? Sirach and Proverbs. So we're going to start off with Sirach 5:1. It says what? Set thy hearts upon thy goods and say not, I have enough for my life. All right? Set thy heart upon thy goods and say not, I have enough. You can never say you have enough. You understand? You always got to want more. You always want to be great. You always want to strive to be better today than you was yesterday. And you want to be better tomorrow than you are today. That's just life. Me and my big brother had a conversation yesterday, and he said that life is about evolving, and as human beings, we are supposed to evolve. Everything that we do is supposed to be involved, right? The wisdom that you got now, the reason why your grandparents and your great-grandparents didn't have it, because it wasn't that time to evolve. They just took whatever they got then to preserve us, to get us to where we at now. You feel me? So it says, follow not thy own mind and thy strength to walk in the ways of thy heart. It's metaphorical, okay? Follow not the ways of your own mind and thy strength. Don't let your mind and your strength be the reason why you do what you do. This falls in the line of pride and cockiness, right? This is what a lot of these brothers that's coming out of these organizations are dealing with. And they see this, and then they'll flip the script and make it seem like it's a worldly thing. No, it's not a worldly thing. When this book was written, it wasn't written for worldly people. It was written for the Bantus. It was written for the children of Akobi. Because when you see stuff like this, to walk in the ways of thy heart. Remember, the heart is what? It's evil. You understand? When the word says, who shall know my heart? The Father knows. And the heart is probably one of the most evilest things ever, because we carry eternal burdens, right? The PTSD that we suffer from, that's not something in our minds. That's something that we hold on to in our hearts, right? Like even for me, the anger that I have towards the people that done wrong to me is buried in my heart. You understand? Because if it was in my mind, I would be acting it out. So let's continue. It says, and say not, who shall control me for my works? For the Father will surely revenge the pride. See what I said? You see, follow not, all of this falls in the line of pride. Okay? The Father will take down anybody that operates in pride. It's always about being humble, having complete humility. Even if you're the richest man on the earth, somebody asks you for some bread, you should be given that. You understand? And that's our problem. See, these individuals are causing or starting these infrastructures and these organizations, and because of the money, these brothers end up becoming too prideful. And because of the money, they now see themselves in a prestige position where they feel like, yo, who are you to tell me what to do? But when you read the word, because everybody want to follow Christ. Everybody want to follow Christ, but nobody's really walking like him. Because Christ could care less about money. Our Savior didn't even have a place to live. How about them grapes? He didn't even have a place to rest his head. He slept in boats. He slept in the forest. He slept on the mountaintop. He slept where people offer him a place to stay. Like, yo, you could spend the night here. That's how he was moving. We're not moving like that. But yet, we want to be Christ-like, right? Let's continue. Verse 4 says, say not, I have sinned, and what harm hath happened unto me? For the Father is long-suffering. He will not in no wise let thee go. Right? So, because you've sinned, and what harm has happened unto me? There's no harm that happened unto you. This is twofold. You could take this as, I sin, ain't nothing happened to me, lead you to continue. Or you could have sinned and no harm happened to you. For the Father is long-suffering. He winks at our ignorance. He knows that we're going to be sinning. He knows that he put us in this sinful place. Right? But the pride behind it is what's going to cause you to fall. It's always the pride that leads first, then is the destruction. It's the pride. It's the refusal of being humble. We as slaves, as black and brown people, yes, you are slaves. We as slaves are in no position to ever feel self-entitled, ever be in a position of demand. Never. You can never be. We are not in no position to be in a state of pride. You can't be prideful amongst your brethren. Because what's the two royal commandments? Fear the Father, your heart, mind, and soul, and love your brother like you love yourself. So if you have pride, you can't love your brother. In fact, you're not even loving yourself because you disrespected what your father, what your ancestors, what your father and mother told you to do. Let's continue. Right? It says, concerning, let me say this word right. Propitiation. Let me say it right. Let me make sure they say it right.
Propitiation.
Oh, propitiation. Okay? Be not where I'm fair to add sin unto sin. Okay? Pay attention. You don't want to add sin unto sin. Don't get too prideful. Be without fear to add sin unto sin. You better have fear. So when you breaking someone, let me tell you something. And I'm giving you a testimony. This is how you know these are heathens, these are demons that's around us, that's in us, that we gotta fast and really pray to get out, right? So, matter of fact, I'll bring it back later. Let's continue. Verse 6 says, and say not his mercy is great. He will be pacified for the multitude of my sins. For mercy and wrath comes from him, and his indignation resteth upon sinners. Okay? Resteth upon sinners. Okay? All right? And say not his mercy is great. Don't I say what? Mercy, yes, all right. Uh-huh. All of this right here, this chapter 5, if you want to know what the commentary behind it is, being a prideful person and why you should not do that, why we should be treading softly, you're going to see it, right? It says, make no tarry to turn to the Father, and put not off from day to day. For suddenly shall the wrath of the Father come forth, and in thy security thou shalt be destroyed and perish in the day of vengeance. Humble. All of this is about being humble. Be not tarry. Don't be scared to turn to the Father. Okay? And put not off from day to day. Okay? Sometimes we slip. Sometimes we wake up. The last week or so, I woke up where I forgot to say my wake up conversation. Like, yo, Pop, it's just so much. But I catch myself. And if I don't catch myself, I know the next day I'm like, nah, hold on, Pop, my bad. Because at the end of the day, our job is to always be in a space of seeking forgiveness, always in a space to say, I'm sorry. We have to get back to that. We have to get back to saying, I'm sorry, when I'm feeling like, oh, I feel sore because I did that. Oh, I said that. We are not in that position, guys. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. We are not in that position. We need all the help we can get. We need all the obedience we can give. We need all the loyalty we should stand by. We just not in position no more. 400 years of misery and suffering, I think is enough. I think the wisdom that this world has given us has failed us. And it's time to rip it up, go back to the drawing board. And that drawing board is, we need to go back home. We need to be one with the land. We need to communicate with people that's back home so we can get a little insight. We don't have no insight. Every time I see somebody from the Holy Land, I ask questions. Yo, how is it? How is this? How is that? You know what they say to me? Every single one of them say, you will love it. And that's what we need to be on. We got no choice. Because the way things is headed, with all of this foolishness going on in the world, with all of another variant and another variant and another variant going on, listen, man, we on borrowed time, fam. And this is not the time to be prideful. You can't be prideful in chaos, bro. You can't be prideful in suffering. You can't. It doesn't make sense. We can't afford it right now. Because if we continue doing that, we're going to be destroyed. Facts. And you're reading it right here. Right? Listen. Verse 8 says, set not thy heart upon goods unjust gotten, for they shall not profit thee in the day of calamity. Don't, you know what I'm saying? Don't be on goods that's what? Unjustly gotten. You know, yo, bro, I done got this iPad from my son. So that joint sold it to me for $30, but he stole it from somebody. Right? And then now, the phone that you done bought, it now has a tracker on it. Now the police is at your door. Mind you, you ain't do. You just bought it from somebody else. Yeah. And when the calamity comes, there shall be no profit. Ain't no profit out of that. Ain't no profit when you in trouble. Hey, I'm just the messenger. Let's continue. It says, win now, not with every wind, and go not in every way, for so does the sinner that has a double tongue. Only sinners go in every way. Going left to right, want to be in this mix, want to be in that mix. Like, see, I teach my daughter, I'm like, yo, don't be that person to be in everybody's business. Don't have suggestions. Certain things are just meant for you to hear, not to give an opinion. Let me say that again. Certain things are meant for you to hear and not to give it an opinion. Certain things you just got to just keep your mouth closed. Because only a sinner goes left to right, want to see what's going on, right? That's what, like, when I see things used to going on in the hood and you know, you see a whole bunch of dudes like, yo, we about to go over there. I'm on something now, I'm good. I've always been that way. And now that I got the wisdom that I got now, shout out to Mama Love, because she said wisdom is known of her children. So now that I get it and I understand, it makes sense now. Oh, so this is why you had me like this. This is why you refuse me. You refuse for I to go to this spot right here. Because when you go into those spots, chances are you the one that end up getting caught up. You the one that getting shot. You the one that getting arrested. You the one that end up getting killed. Facts. Plenty of parties I rejected, and the aftermath was like, yo, son, it was a shootout. Like, what? I remember my son came home with bullet holes in his car. I was like, yo, son, what happened? He was like, yo, son, they was booking at us, bro. I was like, word. Yeah. This is the hood. This is the lifestyle, or the everyday life that I was a part of, that I deemed to be normal. And that's our problem. We see these horrific and traumatizing sequences or recurrencies that continuously happen is to the point where this is normal for us. It's not normal, bro. These are curses. And we need to come back to the Father to put an end to these curses. We can argue, we can say this, we can say we gotta liberate the black man, we gotta do this, we gotta do that, we gotta kill the peck of wool, we gotta do, you could say whatever you want. You could say all of that. But there will be absolutely no movement until you come back to the Father. And I mean in complete submission. You can't come to the Father being prideful. You can't come to the Father with your head up. We are slaves. Listen, peasants can't have their head up. What you have in your head up? At the host for what? And that's what religion has done. Religion has gave peasants a platform or reason to be prideful, to walk with their chest out. You can have confidence in humility. A lot of brothers, you know who I am? I'm like, well, with that attitude, can you buy me the New York Jets? I mean, you talk like you got it. Make this big purchase. Matter of fact, put a community center so the children could go play basketball for free. Oh, my bad, you're not doing that. All right, take a seat and shut up. Let's continue. It says, be steadfast in thy understanding, and let thy words be the same. Be steadfast. Always seeking wisdom. Be steadfast. And make sure your words, so the same way you getting it, and you got that adrenaline with, yo, I need that. You gotta be steadfast. You gotta also be like that when you delivering it. When you see me stuttering over my words and I'm like, and like, it's because I got 50 trillion things running through my head and I'm trying to figure out the perfect way to tell you it without being disrespectful, without being hit with some foolish community guidelines. You know what I'm saying? Like, yes, these people will attack, especially when you're talking about, or should I say, when you bring forth information that's gonna take you away from their captivity. Of course now. All right? Verse 11, listen carefully. Be swift to hear, and let thy life be sincere, and with patience give answer. Ooh, let me read that again. Be swift to hear, and let thy life be sincere, and with patience give answers. See, observe, season your words. Very powerful. Listen, if thou have understanding, answer thy neighbor. If not, lay thy hands upon thy mouth. If you got the answers, like, when sisters ask me questions, if I don't know it, I'm quick to say, nah, I don't have it. See, a lot of people, especially in these positions, they feel like they have to know it all, and you will never know it all. No man knows it all, especially in today's times. Our brain is too fried to know it all. But when you don't know, it's very important to just keep silent and say and be like, nah, I don't know. I don't know. And for me, just being the man that I am, took her to the condo pronto, me being the individual that I am, when people ask me questions and I don't have the answer to, I'm like, nah, I don't know. I'm not gonna divert and give you something foolish that could be detrimental to yourself long term. And that's the problem that a lot of us have. We carry the title position, but we don't carry the humble position that comes with that title, that comes with the position. Every position that was given unto us by our ancestors, and our ancestors require us to be humble. It's a must. You feel me? Let's continue. It says, honor and shame is in talk. Woo! Woo! Honor and shame is in talk, and the tongue of a man is his fall. My man's is not here. My man is no longer here because of his tongue. Because of the shame that he operates in, and also the honor he thought he was given to somebody else, right? It says, this right here, this precept right here is for the GOCC members. This is for you. This is for you. It says, be not called a whisperer, and lie not in wait with thy tongue, for a foul shame is upon the thief, all right? And a evil condemnation upon the double tongue, okay? Okay? Standing before individuals and pump faking with the righteous, but behind people's back, you having assumptions and stories. Oh, I hear it all. You understand? Trust me, we hear it all. Listen, it says, be not ignorant of anything in a great manner or a small. Could never be ignorant. Never be oblivious to what's going on. Anybody that's in that state, anybody that's really acting like they don't care, let me tell you this from now. Get away. Stay far, far away, because that individual will do, when push come to shove, that individual will hurt you, will kill you, destroy you, tell on you, and ruin you. All of these things is a possibility when you're dealing with people that prefer to be ignorant or stupid or in things that you're supposed to be well prepared and well knowledge about. We black people, okay? You would never get that Hollywood experience, fam. We need to stop chasing these objects. Let's chase freedom. You can't chase objects. You need to chase freedom. I don't care for the Lambo. I don't care for the house. I don't care for the 40 acres with the mule and all. We don't want that no more. That time has expired. Black people should not be asking for money when the value of money is literally dirt. Because that's a slap in the face. They should have been giving out reparations when they was giving the reparations to the so-called Holocaust survivors. That's when reparations should have been coming our way, but it wasn't. 20 years ago, it should have been coming our way, but it didn't. You fast forward to today, you seeing people standing and fighting and protesting, marching and demanding reparations for what? When they gave you reparations with the unemployment, what you did with it? I'll wait. You had your reparations through the drug era? Yes. Dudes was coming home. Literally. The minimum was like 150,000. And that's on a slow day, on a snowy day. Yes. Look it up. If you think I'm lying, go look these things up. But I don't want to divert off, guys. I want to continue. This is how you choose. This one right here, this chapter right here, the commentary is how to choose your friends. Know who your friends are. My man's just got killed. Wednesday night by somebody he knew. Gave a dap to, and he was taken off. I got some information today, and I'm very disappointed in my son. Very. And if I had got this information that today, the day when I did a live, there were certain things, there were a lot of things that I said that I would not have said. But I'm going to address that. I feel like it's in my nature. I have to do so, right? Because this is the Repent or Die podcast. This is the voice for the voiceless. You understand me? Let's continue. This is 61. And if you got the Book of Sirach, man, read along too. It says, instead of a friend, become not an enemy, for thereby thou shalt inherit a ill name, shame, and a reproach. Even so, even shall a sinner that has a double tongue. This is self-explanatory. It says, extol not thyself in the counsel of thy own heart, that thy soul be not torn in pieces as a bull straying along. Okay? Thou shalt eat up thy leaves and loosen thy fruits and leave thyself as a dry tree. Metaphorical. A wicked soul shall destroy him that has it. See, these are the things. This is wicked, right? And shall make him to be laughed, to be scorned of his enemies. Okay? This is where we at right now. Our souls have become so wicked. We're being laughed and mocked by these same people. This is us right here. Let's go to verse 5. Sweet language will multiply friends. Sweet language. That's why I always tell my brothers and sisters, season your talk, humble your conversations. If you got an issue with cursing or profanity it's a must in your vocabulary, you gotta check yourself. You gotta check that. I lost my man. My man got killed because he wasn't checking that. You feel me? It says, and a fair speaking tongue will increase kind greetings. Right? Be in peace with many. Nevertheless, have but one counselor of 1,000. Right? You should be reaching out to one person when you have an issue. Your cousin, your auntie, your great-grandmother, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm using those as metaphorical, but you should be reaching out to your great-grandparents. If you have access to them and they still alive, reach out to them because they carry the wisdom. But we shouldn't be on social media posting something and then have 1,000 different perspectives and this and that, and then you responding and you saying, yeah, what you saying is true, and yeah, what you saying is right, and you saying everything, everybody's saying something right. You're not supposed to do that. You're supposed to get one righteous counsel. And if that righteous counsel isn't there, then you need to have a conversation with your ancestors, with your creator, and say, Father, Mother, please provide me with this intel so I can be a better me. And if you're worthy, if your heart is not evil, he will answer you. I promise. Right? It says, if thou wouldest get a friend, prove him first and be not haste to credit them. That's our problem. This is the biggest Bantu problem. We come around these people, whether it's heathens, whether it's friends, people that we met in the streets, whether it's whoever, we quick to credit them like they the greatest thing in our lives since breast milk. You feel me? And we have a problem of giving people these credits. Nah, you gotta earn that, fam. You gotta earn that. We're not letting nobody earn, even in our relationships. We're jumping straight into the relationship because she look good and she could wind her body. She got an amazing body. We just jump into it. And then have a child involved. Then a child is born. And then now you start seeing the woman for who she is. Now you start seeing the man for who he really is. Yes. That's what the boyfriend. Don't be quick to call people your boyfriend when they haven't earned nothing yet. Don't be quick to call somebody your girlfriend if they ain't earned nothing yet. Let's continue. It says, for some man is a friend for his own occasion. They your homie because you winning. They around you because you winning, and you know what I'm saying? You taking care of them. You flying them out, or you the man on the block. You know what I'm saying? You the guy that's attracting all the females. You know what I'm saying? That's when they come. And listen, and they will not be there. All right? We're not gonna even say abide. And they will not be there in the day of trouble. How many times you went to a party, got locked up, and none of your mans checked to make sure you was good? How many? How many? How many situations occurred in our lives where we could say, damn, where my mans is at? I remember, I'm gonna give you a testimony for me. I remember, I won't even say I remember. What you present to me is what I'm gonna hold you up to, right? So if you come to me and you say, yo, man, I'm a certified this, I'm a certified that, I do this, I do that, right? When the circumstances occur, I'm going to hold you to that. right? And I had somebody. I knew somebody, you know what I mean? Like, yeah. And I remember we got caught up into a situation. Some was silent. Some didn't even want to walk next to me. You feel me? So I say that to say I know exactly what this Proverbs or the Book of Sirach is referring to. Okay? Listen. And there is a friend who's being turned into an enemy, and strife will discover thy approach. This is where we are right now in life. Again, some friends is a companion at the table and will not continue in the days of affliction. Okay, listen. My I don't even want to call them friends. My family, the uncles to my the uncles to my children. These are individuals since we was small. We talking 11, 12 years old. Till this day. Like Drake said, and we don't care about this heathen, but no new friends. How can you have new friends? I don't even know what these new friends, listen, new friends will give you a dap and gun you down. That's what happened to my mans on Wednesday. He was gunned down. Right in front of the same spot where we chill out every day. Facts. And now, smoking mirrors. Now I gotta mentally prepare myself to go to this. Man. Listen. It says, verse 11, it says, but in thy prosperity he will be as thyself, and will be over thy servants. If thou be brought low, he will be against thee, and will hide himself from thy face. Okay, these are what you call your modern day organizations. This is why I laugh when I hear brothers say foolish things in the notion of he was just mad. And again, I was never mad. In fact, not only was I not mad, I would have brothers. This is before I knew I was a Bantu. This is before I knew that my father's name was Sonini Nannini. My father and mother name was Sonini Nannini, male and masculine. This is before I knew nothing. I would see brothers would see me through social media, through the hood, be like, yo, man, And I used to bring brothers into these organizations. So when I hear them saying that I'm mad, I'm trying to figure out what I'm mad about. What I'm mad at, the only thing that I'll ever be mad in is when I see brothers are doing foolishness to try to debunk this awakening. When brothers that know me very well know that I'm not somebody to play with, especially when it comes to this word, especially when it comes to this truth. I don't play, right? Like, I don't jump ship. I listen. I pay attention. I do my homework. I don't just jump ship. I had to do my homework. I had to see Johnny John. I had to see Elder Nokosa. I had to speak to the big bro. I had to see my other brother that's on TikTok. I had to see these individuals. I had to see it. I had to study it. And when I started uncovering things, I was like, wow. But this is what we supposed to do. So I don't operate with anger. This is the FYI. Never. I don't have no anger. I just don't tolerate foolishness, suckerness, ass kissers, and suckers. I can't say it, but you know what I mean. I don't do that. Matter of fact, anybody that's in that spirit is not getting into the kingdom. No feminist spirit will get into the kingdom of Sonini Nannini. Where? No emotions. If you are an emotional person, whether you in the truth or not, let me tell you, you better find a way to humble yourself. You better find a way to fight that urge. Because ain't gonna be no wang in the Holy Land. Ain't gonna be no complaints. Men is gonna actually have to be men. Women is gonna actually have to be women. There's not gonna be no talking back, no shouting and I'ma think like a man. It's not gonna be none of that. It's not going to be none of that. It's very important people pay attention and understand what I'm saying. It will not be none of that. Remember, the Father created everything in order, and anything that he put back into place is him putting it back in order. So America has all of us in a state of combobble, like we've been combobulated from head to toe. Don't know what's right from wrong. We don't know what's left to right. Don't know nothing. Nothing. We just copy and pasting. Everything that we do in our lives is copy and paste. We are the copy and paste nation. I should do a podcast about that. We are the copy and paste nation. Bantu Princess, can you write that down for me, please? Write that down. Yes. We are the copy and paste nation. What's your history? Don't you know he that wins the war are the ones that rewrite history? We lost. We fell. We was taken away from our homes. We was taken away from our mothers, our family. Some of you guys are killing biological blood relatives. But you don't hear me though. Let's continue. Listen to verse 13. It says, separate thyself from thy enemies and take heed of thy friends. Okay, let me highlight this right here. You see this? Separate thyself from thy enemies. Let's go up. Let's go to Deuteronomy chapter 28. Wow. Very precept upon precept. Let's go all the way down. And the Father shall bring thee unto Egypt again with ships. By the way, therefore, I speak unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again, and there shall be sold to the Johnson family around the corner, sold to the Billy Bob Thorntons in Hollywood, sold. You be sold unto your enemies. This is your enemies. And what does the Book of Sirach says? Let's go back. Hold on. Let's go to history. What the Book of Sirach said? What did it say? It says, separate thyself from thy enemies and take heed of thy friends. It says, a faithful friend is a strong defense. Ooh. No new friends. Let me say that again. A faithful friend is a strong defense, and he that found such a one hath found a treasure. Ooh. My faithful friend is the Wiz. That's my treasure. That's my ruby. You feel me? What's yours? Like the commercials say, what's in your wallet? I know what's in mine. Sonini is what's in my wallet. Modimo, Sonini Nannini, should I say, is in my wallet. My children is in my wallet. My loved ones are in my wallet. Right? It says nothing thou countervail a faithful friend, and his excellency is invaluable. A faithful friend is the medicine of life. Ooh. Gunshot salute. A faithful friend is the medicine of life. Why you guys are not reading this? Why are you not reading this? This is your beginning tools to step away from captivity. Because captivity started when we started sinning. Stop sinning, you start winning, they start yelling, we ain't telling, we just waiting for the Father to crack their melons. Are you dumb or are you dumb? Father, say it one time. Right? It says, a faithful friend is the medicine of life, and they that fear the Father shall find him. Look at that. What is fear? Let's continue. Listen. Who's so feareth the Father shall direct his friendship aright. For as he is, so shall his neighbor be also. Ooh. He that fears the Father, you keep in the ways of the Father, you hearken unto his words. Your friendship is always going to be upright. I'm talking, I got 30-year friendships, 20-something year friendships. It's a reason, because I operate with the fear of the Father. Even though when I was in the streets, I was wilding, I knew that he exists. Like I told you guys before in previous testimonies, I remember him taking me up to the clouds and talking to me directly. I know it sounds crazy, but he did that to me. I'm serious. I'm not here trying to be funny. He really did that. And this is why I do what I do now. Because I know he exists. I know it's real. I don't need science to prove nothing to me. That's probably why I never. That's probably why I never cared for science. When I was in science class, I was the one yawning in the back, falling asleep. I don't want to hear none of that, because science is synonymous with sorcery. Sorcery is synonymous with who? Satan. Satan, not Satan. They change it, but it's Satan. Okay. They are three. They all simultaneously all go together. Science is literally a contradiction of the Father's work. Science would say, yeah, humans came from a gas. That's it. Word? So how did the gas create eyes and see? And I don't want to be, and if anybody have their children listening while you listening, mute when I say this. So how did a gas know to take his private parts and stick it into another private part? I'll wait for it. This is what science do. Science is sorcery. Sorcery is synonymous with Satan. That's why they take your child to school, so they can learn, earn, burn. See that concern? See when it rhymes? It's because it's meant to go together. Let's continue. It says, hold on. Look. It says, verse 18 says, my son, gather instructions from thy youth up, so shall thou find wisdom to thy old age. You see, in the book of Proverbs, it says, train up a child so when they get old, they won't depart. This saying, my son, gather instructions from your youth. So this is a command that you also have to do it. You got to gather intel. I tell my children this all the time. Don't allow me, and this is for brothers and sisters too. Don't allow me to provide you with intel. It's your due diligence to do so. You have to do the homework as well. Just like I'm doing it, you have to do it. This is a nation that we are building. This is not an organization. This is not a camp that, as long as you call on their names and operate their way, you're welcome. This is not what we're doing. We're not doing that no more. Those things has failed us and it's being destroyed. It's being taken down right before your eyes. You guys are seeing it. Some of you guys see it but refuse, because you thinking because I'm not established, or the elder is not established the way your teachers are. Don't you know broad is the narrow path to destruction? Do you think for 1 second that these heathens is gonna allow the Father's name, our ancestral name, be put for the world to see? Can you imagine a whole bunch of colored black and brown children open up their TV and see me and heard me say Sonini, Nannini, and went their way to go find out what the heck does that mean? Huh? You have to ask yourself these questions. Listen. Okay? It says, so shalt thou find wisdom to thy old age. It says, come unto her as one that ploweth and sows, and wait for her good fruits. For thou shalt not toil much and laboring about her, but thou shalt eat her fruit right soon. Right? Talking about mama love. Okay? She is very unpleasant to the unlearned. See this? Very unpleasant to the unlearned. A lot of you guys are unlearned. Especially, that's why I come to the conclusion where I'm not arguing with people no more. I find it berserk that as a black man that suffer the same consequences that you're suffering, that bring forth information, you question it. But when the European, the enemy, that put the shackles around your neck, bring forth information, like I said the last time, you guys take it like it's the Ark of the Covenant. And you run with it, and you stand 10 toes down, and you don't even know who you praying to. You don't even know who you calling on. You don't know none of these things. Because because your head leader, he's the ringleader. I'll just leave it as that. Okay? She is very unpleasant to the unlearned. He that is without understanding will not remain with her. Ooh, mama love it. Wisdom is known of her children. If you lack understanding, somebody that lacks understanding is somebody that doesn't know Sonini Nannini. Somebody that doesn't see what's going on in the world. Somebody that doesn't care that's what's going on in the world. That's somebody that lacks understanding. See, before I came into this awakening, like I said, I was very so-called patriotic, right? Because police was killing us in the hood, and it's like nobody was saying nothing, or nobody wasn't doing nothing. And I seen that how afraid my people was becoming. And when they became so soft, I had to then figure out what the heck was going on. So I was seeking. Like I told brothers and sisters, read The Pale White Horse. I read that book. It's a very amazing book. You'll be surprised. A lot of declassified information is in there. Let me say that again. A lot of declassified information are in there. You should read it. Right? She says, she will lie upon him as a mighty stone of trial, and he will cast her from him ere it belong. For wisdom is according to her name. What's her name? It's not the Wawak Kadash. It's not the Holy Spirit. It's Nannini. They are one. Let me listen. Where we at? This is Sirach 6:22. Okay? They are one. Okay? Where we at? Hold on. See that? It says, and the Father said, let us make man in our image. Who's our? After our likeness. Who's our? Who's our? What was created? Male and female. Right? Our. Who's the our? It's Mama Love. It's plural. That means it's two people. Don't listen to that nonsense. They tell you it's Jesus too. No. That anything with that Trinity, that's a lie. I know it's a tough pill to swallow, but it's a lie. How you know it's a lie? Because if it was ordained to be true, it would have been written of in the Old Testament. And it wasn't. So now we question everything that these heathens display before us. Okay? I have a question. I question just saying that, we just got Sonini Nannini is just a father. I question that. Why? It's because I know what these people's agenda is. And when I see us, take away just take away from thy heritage. Just step back for a minute and just look at how we act, right? You see a child, right? A newborn child knows the importance of their mother, right? A newborn baby can't function if mama's not around. My son will not be able to live if his mother's not around. Who's giving him food? The nutrition is coming from her, it's not coming from me. You feel me? So when you hear people just trying to say the father, this is what these Greeks used to do. These Greeks was weird like that, and they're still weird till this very day. But I digress. Where was we? History. Where are we? 22. Right? It says, for wisdom is according to her name, and she is not manifest unto many. She's not manifest. Mama love does not dwell with the Pope. She doesn't dwell with your presidents. She doesn't dwell with your congressmen. She doesn't dwell with anybody that's claiming to be an ISIS Ra elite. She does not dwell in you, bro. The Wawak Kadash, the Kabbalah spirit dwells in you. You are who you call on. You thinking that you saying something. You're thinking, this is why, like, when I'm reading it, brothers be like, wait, what? Like, I never got it like that. Of course you didn't get it like that. Of course he didn't get it. How can she give it to you when you're not even cleaving onto her? Some of you guys are not even, listen, some of you guys are not even bound to. I'll just keep it like that. Some of you guys are not even bound to. Some of you guys are not from the seed of Akobi. Yeah, you black, but I can show you what Cain done. Cain has mastered. Cain has mastered. Let me say that again. Cain has mastered the eugenic system. He mastered it. He mastered it. He knows how to hide himself, blend himself, put his seed in this person, and then program that person to be with the complexion of himself. So he hides. How you're able to identify these people? You want to know if you've been tampered with? You want to know if you have? I don't need to do no DNA test. I don't gotta do none of that. You want to know if you've been tampered with? If you got if you ever had an evil thought to do harm to somebody, you've been tampered with. If you got it in your mind to do wrong, like, you'll be like, yo, I should kick this person off the train. You think of like that. Cain is in you. Yes, that blood is with you. It's with you. And you gotta fight that. You're gonna forever be in a battle. You're gonna forever be in a tug of war. Forever. Forever. Why? Because you understand? Or should I say, Cain was able to mix his seed inside. Or Ham. Cain before the flood, Ham after the flood. Hamisburg. Buckingham Palace. I'm always gonna tell you that because brothers still can't see what the Father and our ancestors and our mother has shown us. Yeah, you don't like it because these brothers rather be ISIS Ra elites or flat out Hebrews or just flat out ignorant individuals that's want to get money, have honeys, slap somebody when they think something is not funny. I'm just telling you the truth. Whew, it's hot. It's blazing hip hop and R&B in New York, man. I got all these lights on me. Woo! Over here, listen, I'm looking like the 12 years of slavery. Let's go. It says, where we was at? Where we was at? Excuse me, where we was at? Okay, right here. It says, for wisdom is according to her name, and she's not manifest unto many. Give ear, my son, my daughters. Receive my advice, my sons, my daughters. And refuse not my counsel, my son, my daughters. Refuse it not. Right? And put thy feet unto her feathers, and thy neck unto her chain. Ooh, keep your foot on these heathens, Hebrews, and heathenites necks. And when you do that, Mama Love is gonna make sure that you stay on her, you ride with her, you hold on to her, and she's gonna fly you into the promise. She's gonna fly you into freedom. Let's go. We ain't playing today. Let's go. It says, bow down thy shoulders and bear her, and be not grieved with her bond. Come unto her with a whole heart, and keep her ways with all thy power. Search and seek, and she shall be made known unto thee. And when thou have good hold of her, let her not go. Come on now. Let's read. For at the last thou shalt find her rest, and thou shalt be turned to thy joy. Then shall her feathers be a strong defense for thee, and her chain a robe of glory. Robe of glory. A robe of glory. Of glory. This is what she gives you. I woke up one day, said, man, I need to get me a robe. And here I am. Wisdom is known for children. I'm going to keep saying that until you guys have it stuck into your brain. Wisdom is known for children. And if this information and this wisdom doesn't resonate with you, doesn't sit with you, then you may not be her child. Because what she said, she said, for wisdom is according to her name, and she has not manifest unto many. Not only did she not manifest, she also did not create many. Who's the many? I'll let you find out. Right? Where we at? Right? It says, for there is a golden ornament upon her, and her bands are purple lace. Right? Thou shalt put her on as a robe of honor, and shalt put her about thee as a crown of joy. My son, if thou wilt, thou shalt be taught. If thou wilt if thou wilt apply thy mind, thou shalt be prudent. Okay? If thou love to hear, thou shalt receive understanding. Let me say that again. If thou love to hear, thou shalt receive understanding. And if thou bow thy ear, thou shalt be wise. Ooh, let me read that again. If thou love to hear, thou shalt receive understanding. Right? If thou bow thy ears, thou shalt be wise. Stand in the multitude of elders and cleave unto him that is wise. I'm the youngest. I'm the youngest one out of the brothers right now. And when we be in the phone conversations, this is the time to gather information from the big bro, gather information from the other big bro, gather information from the other big bro, because I'm still a child in this. And I'm not even talking about wisdom of this world. I mean, just of the word, because I could have more wisdom than my brothers and sisters, but their experiences, their longevity of being alive and able to see things, right? Some of these brothers was alive in the 80s. I was just born. Some of these brothers was alive doing things in the 70s. I was just born. And the wisdom that they had then to manifest to now. You understand what I'm saying? Think about that. Right? It says, be willing to hear every godly discourse. Let's say that again. Be willing to hear every Sonini Nannini discourse, and let thy parables of understanding escape thee, and let not the parables of understanding escape thee. And if thou seest a man of understanding, Get thee bedtime. Excuse me. Hear that? That was wild fishy. Woo. Get thee betimes unto him, and let thy foot wear the steps of his door. That means if you know somebody that's with a whole lot of wisdom, you're supposed to be seeking that conversation, asking questions. That's why my floor, my doors is always open for my people. You ain't never gotta worry about it. I'm never too Hollywood for anyone. And some of you guys will send me things when the Samba conversation is over. And, again, I always tell brothers and sisters, reach me at these social media platforms. Click, follow me on IG, all of that. The links are in the description. Click it, tune in, let's have a conversation. Ask your questions. If you need answers, and like I said, if I have it, I'm going to give it. If I don't have it, my mouth is closed. But the best thing that we're going to do, we're going to seek this together. Because we're building a nation. Excuse me, let me take that back. We're preparing the nation. We're preparing the nation for the next great exodus. Oh, it's going to be immaculate. It's going to be marvelous. It won't be televised. When the time comes, when we depart, family members, friends is gonna look for you because the phone's not gonna work. And by the time the phone start working and they call, your phone is gone, disconnected, in a whole nother continent. Yeah. I'll let you meditate on that. Okay. Verse 37 says, let thy mind be upon the ordinance of the Father, and meditate continuously in his commandments. He shall establish thy heart and give thee wisdom at thy own desire. This is Sirach, people. There's 51 chapters and we still on 6. Let's go to 7. Look, 7:1 says what? Do no evil, so shall no harm come unto thee. See, my man, he was doing evil, and the harm came with him losing his life. I'm going to talk about it. What it says, depart from the unjust, and the iniquity shall turn away from thee. Don't get caught up with the unjust. You can't call on Sonini, Nannini, but then you in the club with a whole bunch of trap gods, right? With a whole bunch of trap guards being followed by the feds. Okay? You can't. You gotta stay away from the unjust. The unjust could switch on you and kill you. You gotta stay away. That's not your job. If you stand on righteousness, you stand on your righteousness, you let your righteousness speak. You let your actions speak. Outside of that, like my mans and them know not to call me and tell me we're going to the club. They know not to call me and say, yo, let's go to the strip club. They know not. The farthest I'm gonna go is we're gonna go to a restaurant and hopefully there's a DJ that can play good music that I can vibe to and enjoy the night. That's as far as it goes. You will never find me in nobody's club ever again in life. Ever. Right? It says, my son, show not upon the furrows of unrighteousness, and thou shalt not reap them sevenfold. Okay? Seek not of the Father preeminence. Let me make sure everybody's hold on. Preeminence, neither of the king that seat of honor. Justify not thyself before the Father, and boast not of thy wisdom before thy king. Boast not. Don't that sound like these Hebrew Israelites? Boasting, want to come on live and debate and approve to the king, because who they king? You on their platforms. These heathens are sitting back watching like, yeah, we still got them. Yeah, call. Yeah. Claim 1948. Claim it. Claim it. Yeah. The milk and honey's in 1948. Yes, sir. Claim it. Meanwhile, they're having a whole conference right now as we speak where France is like, please, we need the gas. We need the gas. Hold on, let me call some of Esau, please. Why are these Japhets or Shem and all of them is not trying to release the gas? Threaten them with military. Threaten them with nuclear. Threaten them with bombs. Please, speak to them. And here come the coconut. The coconut come and say, yes, listen. Nobody's coming to America. Nobody's this, nobody's that, until etc. And but what they don't know is, this is the Father's doing. This is our ancestors doing. You have to pay the piper, man. You have to come to my seat. You have to come sit here. You will have to bring, listen, this is your folder will come make his way unto my desk, and I will judge you. Complete righteousness. But the minute I hear sin that is unjustified, fire and brimstones. Mark my words. Let's go. It says, justify not thyself before. Okay, we read this. It says, seek not to be judged, being not able to take away iniquity, lest at any time thou fear the person of the mighty, a stumbling block in the ways of the uprightness. It says, offend not against the multitude of a city, and then thou shalt not cast thyself down amongst the people. So don't disrespect the Bantus. Don't disrespect the Holy Land. Don't disrespect the place of Mambre. Don't disrespect it, because when you do, you and then shall not cast thyself down amongst the people. You don't think you could come down and be amongst us. Don't think you're going to come down and bring forth this Yah. Nobody want to hear Yah. Nobody going to, there's no Yahweh. And let me get an FYI. This is an FYI. Listen, I'm following this Bantu group. These brothers is calling on Sonini Nannini and got the audacity to say shalom, people. Something is shalom, something they say they spelling ISIS Ra elite, but they spelling it in a so-called, what I say, an easy close way. If that makes sense, stop. There's no connection between us and Hebrews, okay? The Hebrews described the Pharisees, Sadducees. These individuals killed your big brother. Why would you want to be a part of the gang that killed your family member? Make that make sense. Why would you want to be a part of a gang that killed the family member? Make that make sense. How? Why? What are we doing? We're continuously living our lives like lost individuals. Come on. Where are we? Where was I? Okay. It says, verse 8 says, bind not one sin upon another, for in one thou shalt not be unpunished. Do not. For every sin, it's going to go unpunished. It's not going to go unpunished. You will be penalized for it. And the penalties may not be what you think it is. See, Lucifer wants you to think that you're going to go to hell. No. Some of our punishment might be you're going to be cleaning up the Holy Land for this amount of time. Just might be. We don't know. You know what I'm saying? We still finding records. We're waiting for the Father to bring his wrath unto the Vatican. So all that information, if it be his will, be not destroyed, and we are able to get access to it. But we will get it. Oh, before everything comes to an end, those information got to come our way. And it's going to come. I promise. Let's continue. It says, It says, say not, the Father will look upon the multitude of my oblations, and when I offer to the Father, he will accept it. This is what we do, right? We trying to do things for the stuff that we do. We trying to, we trying to have the Father look for the things that we know. Be not faint-hearted when thou makest thy prayer, and neglect not to give helms. Neglect not to give helms. Let's see what helms means. Let's see what helms means. Let's see what helms means. Now you ask yourself, are you doing this? Anything given gracefully, gratuitously to relieve the poor as money, food, or clothing, otherwise called charity. A lame man was laid daily to ask a alms. That's Acts 3. Cornelius gave much alms to the people. Okay? Neglect not to give money, food, time, and I get it. Listen, sometimes we're in a rush. Sometimes we may not have it. I remember one time, matter of fact, was it yesterday? I don't like giving my testimonies because I feel like I shouldn't be, these things is done, but I'm educating y'all, right? So yesterday I'm riding through the city. An old seed of cane walking by had a cardboard, and it says war veteran, right? So the light turns green. He only went to like 2 cars. I think I was like the 5th car, right? So you're so used to people rejecting you, and you're so used, and the city life is so fast. So I'm thinking he's gonna make his way all the way to the back and at least try, because that's what they do in the hood, right? So I pulled out the dollar, I put my window down, thinking he's gonna come. So he didn't come. He turned around. He started walking back up. So now I'm coming up and I'm turning. So while I'm turning, I'm like, yo. He still didn't hear me. But it's when I hit the left, when I made that turn, I guess he noticed me. He seen I had my hands up, and he ran, and he took it. And the joy that he had in his face, he was like, yo, man, thank you, bro. And for me, I don't care, because this is the things that we supposed to be doing. So I don't see the gratification behind it. I feel like it's just as normal as waking up to brush your teeth. But I do feel when somebody's really appreciative of that little gesture. That's what makes me feel good. It's like, damn, that man was probably thirsty. That man was probably something. That man probably needed $1 to get some food. Now listen, don't get me wrong. I don't give my money to anybody that's not in the right state of mind. I done had crackheads come to me, high, drunk. Hey, I don't got that. No disrespect, but I give the greatness of my heart when to individuals in the right state of mind. These individuals are possessed, and I would rather help you take out the demon than give you money to feed the demon. Let that marinate. Let's continue. Where are we? Right here. It says, laugh no man to scorn in the bitterness of his soul, for there is one which humble and exalts. He's talking about Sonini, right? Devise not a lie against thy brother, neither do the likes to the friends. Don't lie on your brother. Don't do that to your friends. This lying tongue that we have, you have a lying tongue, is because Lucifer has made his way into your life. He has infused himself into your DNA. Some of us, or should I say all of us, are compromised, and we all need a worldwide detoxification, worldwide cleansing. It's the only way we're gonna get right. You feel me? Let's continue. It says, use not to make any manner of a lie, for the custom thereof is not good. Use not many words in the multitude of elders, and make not much babbling when thou prayest. Right? Don't be praying and you know what I'm saying? Get straight to the point. That's what they tell you. I don't do that. If I'm in the mood to talk to the Father, see, like I tell you, God, I don't do the prayers. I don't do the prayers. Cause when my ancestors took me, when Sonini Nannini took me from my room and took me to the heavenly realm, I was in space, y'all. And he was talking to me and he told me everything's gonna be all right. I remember it. Right? It says, where am I? Right? It says, make not babbling when thou prayers, right? So I don't pray. I have a conversation. I be like, yo, Pops, man, yo, I don't know what's going on. Even when I'm frustrated, say somebody pisses me off, whether it's through the world, whether it's through friends and family. When I get that moment, I'm by myself and I'm in my car and I'm driving and I'm listening to the elders speak, or I'm listening to music, or I'm watching something on YouTube. When I get to that moment, when somebody piss me off, I'll be like, yo, Father, man, forgive me, yo, etc., 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 etc. Because he knows, he knows what we speak about. You feel me? They know what we speak about. I know it's going to take a while for me to get accustomed to referring to our ancestors or our creators as plural. I'm stepping away from that. I'm going to step away from that. Brothers want to do what they do. Listen, as long as you calling on the name Sonini Nannini, I have no issues. But for me, the information that I've retrieved, Sonini is masculine, Nannini is feminine. Put them together, you get a powerful presence that's gonna destroy every single one of these heathens that done wrong to his children. It's going to destroy every single one of you heathens that has done wrong to his children. Round of applause for that. Yes. Right? Verse 15 says, hate not laborious work, neither husbandry, which the Father has ordained. Okay? Let me say this right.
Husbandry.
That means doing husband duties. And look what it says. Husband duties is laborious work. What's the man's role? Lead, protect, provide. And look what it says, which the Father has ordained. That was your role from the very beginning. You're not supposed to just sit back and relax and have a woman cater to you and take care of you. Eventually, you got to come to the forefront and take control. You need to take control over this will, young man, old man, brother man, who's terrorizing households like Taliban's. What you do not understand. Are you dumb? Are you dumb? Are you dumb? Father, say one time for the one time. And let's continue. It says, number not thyself amongst the multitude of sinners, but remember that the wrath will not tarry long. Okay? Number not thyself amongst the multitude of sinners. Don't number yourself amongst the sinners. Don't say, well, he committed mad sins. Don't do none of that. All sins in the eyes of the Father is considered the same. It's like a child that you told him something and he went wrong. You're not trying to hear. You don't want to hear. But such and such, referring to as his little sister or little brother, did something. We're not trying to hear that. In fact, that makes you more furious. It's like, yo, why are you worrying about that? I'm talking to you. You need to own up, and that's our problem as people. We never want to own up to our faults, never want to own up to our mistakes. We want to hold on to foolishness and lies and nonsense. Hold on and justify like, nah, son, I did this. No, whatever caused you to do it, you still did it. And own up to the fact that you did it. That's it. That's it. And if you ain't built for tough for this game, then just leave it alone. Pack it up, put it down, and go sit somewhere. You understand? Let's continue, man. It says, humble thyself greatly, for the vengeance of the ungodly is fire and worms. Remember I did a lesson on this? Remember? It says change not a friend for any good by no means, neither a faithful brother for the gold of an offer. Forego not a wise and a good woman, for her grace is above gold. Forego not, meaning, listen, you find yourself that good woman, she's loyal, she's righteous, submissive. Don't let that go. You got it, hold on to it. These dudes is out here seeking women for all the wrong reasons. You still seeking women for appearances? You still want a man for what he got and what he could bring to the table? Or you gonna be single for the rest of your life? You would never find a king. You would never find a queen. The Father wouldn't even bring the right one your way until you denounce the foolishness. What? Come on, man. It says, whereas thy servant worth truly, entreat him not evil, nor the hireling or hiring, the bestow himself wholly for thee. Let thy soul love a good servant and defraud him not of thy liberty. Right? If you get a good man that works for you, treat him good. Don't defraud him of his wages. Don't say, yo, man, I know I owe you this. I only could give you this. No, you can't do that. Because if you didn't have enough to give him, you should have told him, listen, man, I got to cut your hours because I can't afford it. And if he says, nah, don't worry about it, you know what I'm saying? Give it to me when you get a chance. Or if he gives you the reasoning to why it's okay, then you do it. But there's a lot of organizations and companies that just be like, yo, listen, man, you're not doing it, and you're receiving a pay cut. Facts. Come on, man. It says, has thou cattle? Have an eye to them? If they be for thy profit, keep them with thee. Has thou have children? Instruct them, and bow down their necks from their youth. Snap their neck from their youth. You better, from the youth. Even with my son is 18. He's getting of age. He got my personality. So there's times like I can catch him, like he'll say something and I'll quickly shut it down. Like, yo, bro, what? And then he'd be like, but dad, and I'm, you know what I'm saying? And that's even for me. I'll be honest, there's certain things that I gotta work on as not just as a man, but as a father as well. I have to realize that my son is growing up, do have emotions, but just be me, the man that I am, took her to the condo pronto. It's like sometimes I'm just not trying to hear that, bro. Like I really get turned off by stupidity. Like it irritates me. It irritates me to the point where, like, if the world wasn't what it was today, I probably would have went to wherever you was located and slapped the fire out of you. Facts. Some of these people need a reality check slap, a common sense slap, because we lost that. And I don't know how we lost it, and I don't know what would it take to gain that back. Oh, I know. You got to denounce the religion, but you guys ain't ready to do so because you like being homeborn slaves. Let's continue. It says, instruct them. We read that. Has thou daughters? right? Have a care of their bodies, and show not thyself cheerful towards them, right? My children would listen, there's no cheerfulness. I tell my daughter every time, listen, you got to cover your body up. You are a princess. Eventually, one day you're going to be a queen. Look, the word is telling you this, right? It says what? Marry thy daughters, and so shall thou have performed a weighty matter, but give her to a man of understanding. So marry thy daughter means you giving your daughter up. But when you give her up, you got to make sure you giving her up to a man of understanding. You give your daughter up to a man of this world, your daughter's going to be another statistic. Whether she's going to be a widow or whether she's going to be a baby mom's. Facts. Because we're not teaching our children. We're not giving our daughters unto just men. We're not G-checking it like, yo, who this man you talking to? I need to see him. I need to see where he's at. I can, listen, as a man that played this game, I can just look at you within the first 5 minutes. I can tell what you here for. And a lot of these young boys aren't here for love. It's projected by 2030, there will be no married couples in America. And I'm talking about black and brown people. I'm not talking about these Europeans, Chinese, all of these Asians. I'm talking about black people, black and brown people. 2030. It says, verse 26 says what? Hast thou a wife after thy mind? Forsake her not, but give not thyself over to a light woman. A light woman is a dumbass. A light woman is someone that's light in the eyes, don't know what's right from wrong. It's an airhead, just flying. It's a light woman, right? But hast thou have a wife after thy mind? If you have a wife that stands with you, that knows your thoughts, right? You know, you want to know what the Wiz doing right now? In the room catering to my son. She knows my mind. Have a wife after thy mind. Her mind and my mind are the same kind. Are you dumb or are you dumb? Okay? Honor thy father with thy whole heart, and forget not the sorrows of thy mother. Remember that thou was begotten of them, and how can thou recompense them the things that they have done for thee? Right? This is twofold, right? You're supposed to love your parents, right? When it says honor your father, right? You're supposed to honor him, respect him, because he's your leader, he's your protector, he's your provider. And you're supposed to forget not the sorrows. You know how the mother, she's always on edge. You know, when the child is sick and she's just sad, she's sorrowful. You can't forget that. You can't forget when you sick and she can't go to sleep. She got to stay up with you and you got a fever. My son was constipated the other day. You should have seen the wife at 3 o'clock in the morning. You know, I did my due diligence, stopped him from crying, but she's still on edge. She like, yo, I can't. And then today she was like, oh yeah, I wanted to let you know he's back to his regular pooping. And just now when I was getting myself together, he's on the changing table. He's passing gas and out came a little poop. It's like, look, you feel me? But can't forget the sorrows. For you ladies, you know the sorrows that you have for your child, watching your child grow up, being a baby, seeing your child be sick for the first time, right? Seeing your child go through something when your child, you know, fell down for the first time, the sorrow that, you know? Like as children, we can't forget that. We always got to remember that. But society's teaching us to forget that. We can't. Let's continue. Right? It says, remember that thou was begotten of them, and how canst thou recompense them the things that they have done for thee? How do you do that? You do that by making sure you never allow your parents to go to nobody's nursing home. That's European stuff. Let the Europeans, don't even let your parents go to no goddamn hospice. What? Hospice? That don't sound right. It's a house of piss. That's where you taking your child. That's where you taking your moms. That's where you taking your pops. when you could just have them in your house and pay for a nurse and pay for my health aide, a home health aide to do their due diligence. You know they could hire you to be a home health aide to your very exact parents. Why are you now putting your creation, right? You was created from them, your creator, I should say, and put them in a place of discomfort, the disrespect. I would never. Listen, my mother told me, she said, listen, I don't care. I get old. I can't keep my Pampers on, my pants. I'm peeing on myself. I don't care what's wrong with me. You make sure you never take me to a nursing home. I said, Mom, you crazy? I would never bring you to a nursing home. That's not even a conversation to even be having with me. This is before I even knew the truth. I would never. You think I'm gonna allow these people to take care of my moms? You think I'm gonna allow the children of Cain? Whether it's a black woman that's a nurse that's catering to my mother, if my mother was there, or any parent that's there, she's following the formation of Cain. So by default, she's Cain. Oh, I'm just following protocols and policies. You following Cain. You all who you pray to. You all who you follow. You all who you can't serve two masters. Either you love one and hate the other. Can't serve them both. That's why I never took these medical field jobs. Right? My mother said, why? You know, when I was very young, your mom want to be a doctor when I grow up. I was very serious. You know what I'm saying? But as you get older, no, I'm good. You understand? Because I know that these people is evil. The symbol for the medical is a staff, two snakes, and wings. I'll let you figure that out. Look it up. Where we at? Where we at? It says, remember. No, excuse me. It says, for the Father will, with all thy soul, and the reference, his priests. Make sure to say it right.
Reverence.
His priests. Love him that made thee with all thy heart, and forsake not his ministries. Love him. That's love your father. Love your father that sits on the throne, your mother that sits on the throne, your mother that gave birth to you, your grandmother that gave birth to your father, your grandfather that gave birth to your, that did what they did for your father to be here. You gotta honor all of them. We gotta honor our ancestors. I don't care what these people is saying. All I know is there's a lot of information that was given unto us, and even with the information that we have now, it's time for us to put the foolish to an end so we can stop being the tail. I should not be a tail right now. We should not be a tail right now. We're supposed to be a head. So there's a lot of things that we must seek, find, and correct so we can be in our rightful position. Because the Father is keeping his end of the bargain. Mama Love is keeping her end of the bargain. You see the chaos of this world. They're keeping their end of the bargain. What are we doing? What are you doing? Huh? How many of us is willing to quit their job so you can honestly serve Sonini Nannini? None of us. Yeah, I talk this harshly because, I use the term and like, yo, bro, that doesn't make sense. How are we going to eat? How are you going to survive? How are you going to pay the bills? How are you going to do this? That's not the point I'm trying to make. The point I'm trying to make is it's time for us to take new approaches in everything. We got to look at everything because there's a lot of things that's not adding up that's causing us to fall and be at the bottom when we're supposed to be on the top. It's a lot. It's a lot of cleansing that needs to take place. It's a lot. A lot of Cain's children are within us. Gotta cleanse that out. Gots to. Let's continue. It says, love him that made thee with all thy strength, and forsake not his ministry. It says, fear the Father and honor the priest, and give him his portion as it is command thee. The first fruit and the tree pass offering, and the gift of the shoulders, and the sacrifice of the sanctification, and the fruits of the holy thing. And stretch thy hands unto the poor, that they may, we not saying be less, we not be lessen, that they preserve may be perfected, right? Or their add-ons may be perfected. A gift have grace in the sight of every man's living, for the dead detain it not. So the dead don't receive nothing. Let me say that again. The dead detain it not. They don't receive nothing. Your job, Bantus, is to figure out who's the dead. Who are the dead people on this earth? And it ain't Shem and Japheth. Do your homework. Let's continue. It says, fail not to be with them that weep, and mourn with them that are mourning. Right? Be not slow to visit the sick, for that shall make thee to be beloved. Whatsoever thou takest in hand, remember the end, and thou shalt never do amiss. Know what you're doing, know what you're taking, and don't forget where it came from. Okay? Let's go to 8. It says, strive not with a mighty man, lest thou fall into his hands. Be not a venerous with a rich man, lest he overweight thee, for gold has destroyed many and perverted the hearts of kings. Strive not with a man that is full of tongue, and heap not wood upon his fire. Okay? This means don't argue with somebody that is full of mouth, talking too goddamn much. And heap not wood unto his fire. Just not with a rude man, lest thy ancestors be disgraced. Ooh. So when you hear people saying, you talking about ancestors bringing forth their own, listen, it's right here before you. Remember, they took out records. There's a lot of things, hidden gem, that you got to find it so you can know how to really have communication, how to really talk this word. These brothers don't know how to talk this word. They know how to copy and paste, and follow the ways of the heathens. We don't follow the ways of the heathens. Nope, no, and no. Are you dumb? Are you dumb? Father, say it one time. Come on now. Right? Let's go. It says, reproach not a man that turneth from sin. Right? But remember that we are all worthy of punishment. Reproach not a man that turneth from sin. Okay? Dishonor not a man in his old age, for even some of us wax old. Don't disrespect the old man. You reap what you sow. Your ancestors will purposely make sure that you stay old enough to wreak every wickedness that you've done to people. Right? It says, rejoice not over thy greatest enemy being dead, but remember that we all die. Despise not the discourse of the wise, but the adequate thyself with their proverbs, for them thou shalt learn instructions, and how to serve great men with ease. It says, miss not the discourse of the elders, for they also learn of their fathers, and of them thou shalt learn understanding. Okay? And to give answers as need requireth. This is why I tell brothers and sisters, especially, tune in to these classes, because you're going to be sitting with brothers with wisdom. And when that time comes and somebody's asking you questions, you have the answer to it. You can't be in this truth and have no information. You have to stand on something. My presence is simple. Change your ways or you're going to die. I just showed you what he sees for dead people. Okay? But we're gonna continue. Where we at? It says, verse 10, kindle not the coal of a sinner, lest thou be burnt with the flame of his fire. Ooh. It says, rise not up in anger at the presence of a injurious person, lest he lie in wait to entrap thee in thy words. This is your government. They wait for you to do foolishness, say something. Got him. Rico. Got him. Conspiracy. Got him. Let's go. It says, let not unto him that is mightier than thyself. For if thou lendest him, could it be lost? Lend not. Don't be giving stuff to people that already got stuff. Somebody got a net worth for $10 million. Listen, matter of fact, I'll take that back. Oprah Winfrey and The Rock came out with this campaign. I put it on my TikTok. It's also on my IG. They came out with a campaign talking about, we need donations from you guys to help with the fires that was in Maui. Mind you, this is The Rock and Oprah. How the heck are you asking people to donate money when we can't even afford to keep our lights on? How you gonna ask us for money when we damn near barely paying our car note and insurance? And you talking about money? When you worth Oprah 3.3 billion, Rock 1.2 billion, and you got the audacity, and then the fact that you put up $10 million, woohoo, $10 million. So $10 million, 20 people. Why don't both of y'all put up 100 million? 200 million could fix that place up in a heartbeat. Make it make sense, fam. Come on, man. It says, be not surely above thy power, for if thou be surely, take care to pay it. Go not to law with judges, for they will judge for him according to his honor. Okay? Let me read that again. Go not to law with a judge, for they will judge for him according to his honor. Okay? Don't be going blow for blow with these heathens. Right? Travel not by the ways with a bold fellow, lest he become grievous unto thee, for he will do according to his own will, and thou shalt perish with him through his folly. This is self-explanatory. Strive not with an angry man, and go not with him into a solitary place, for blood is as nothing in his sight, and where there is no help, he will overthrow thee. It says, consult not with a fool, for he cannot keep a counsel. Do not. Let me make sure I say it right, because I'm about to say sacred.
Secret.
It says, do not secret things before a stranger, for thou knowest not he's willing to bring forth. Don't tell your secret before a stranger. Like I told you in the last one, don't be quick to give friends titles. People gotta work for that, because the minute things go wrong, your business will be out there. Your information will be on the internet. People will know about you, right? In a bad way. It says, open not thy heart to every man, lest he require thee with a shot, let me say this right.
Shrewd.
With a shrewd turn. Okay? Let's go to 9. Listen, it says, be not jealous over the wife of thy bosom, and teach her not an evil lesson against thyself. Give not thy soul unto a woman. Oh, this commentary is about how to choose your woman wisely, Bantus. Let's go. It says, give not thy soul unto a woman to set her foot upon thy substance. Meet not with a harlot, lest thou fall into her snares. Use not much the company of a woman that is a singer, lest thou be taken with her attempts. You see all these singers and all of this, especially the ones that speak Spanish. Listen, I remember being in that trance when I used to see Shakira. I didn't even know she didn't know how to speak English. But all I know when she was like, yeah. I was like, damn, she looked good. And she was speaking that Luciferian tongue, that feminine tongue, that Latin tongue. That when you hear it, oh no, you're like, what you said? Huh? You ever heard of El Nino? She's like, yeah. Well, this is El Negro. Hold on, where we at? Right? It says, gaze not on a maid. Don't be dazed into a maid, right? That thou fall not by those things that are precious in her. Give not thy soul unto a harlot, that thou lose not thy inheritance. When you give yourself into these harlots, you get married, you have a child, the first thing when they ready to have a divorce, the first thing that they saying is, well, how much money can I get out of this divorce? That's a harlot. She was never there for you. She was there for your inheritance, and she will take it. There's people that's male and female that got individuals paying for these divorces, child support, and all of that, and these women is cashing out. Oh, I want half. Why she having half? Because I was there from the very beginning. Well, she's right. Court is adjourned. I reward the wife half. Now the man that worked his ass off, the children, the grandmother, the mothers, they sitting there like, oh my gosh. And the girl walks out like a celebrity. And the first thing that she's gonna do, she said, girls, we gonna have a girls' night, and this is ladies' night, and we spending all right. Oh, this is ladies' night. I want to fight. Oh, what a fight. Oh, this is ladies' night, and we spending right. Oh, this is ladies' night. I want to fight. Hey, if I'm lying, just prove me wrong. You know when Bantus, listen, the first time we get the first minute you get a bag, you're gonna treat yourself. People get their income tax money, that joint hit their bank account, that joint say 5,000, 6,000. You like, you trying to figure out what you're gonna do. All of a sudden, you got so much plans. I gotta buy this. I gotta get rid of that. Meanwhile, when you only had $100, you like, yo, can I stretch this $100 for 2 weeks? Come on now. This is us. This is us. Right? It says, look not around. It says, look not around. Look not around about thee in the streets of the city, neither wander thou in the solitary place thereof. All right? Don't be in the street. Don't be looking around. Look not around about thee in the streets of the city. Don't be looking for nobody in the streets of the city. You belong to the city. Are you dumb? Right? It says, turn away thy eyes from a beautiful woman, and look not upon another's beauty. For many have been deceived by the beauty of a woman, for her with love is kindled as a fire. I'm telling you, this TikTok, me being a content creator, having to be on social media, listen, man, I come across a lot of things on my page. A lot of things. And the first thing I do said, you is of the devil, and the lust of your father you will do. To the next. So I scroll up, I scroll down. Have I glazed a little too long? Yeah, I have. Not gonna lie. I'm not gonna have it like, damn, she do look good. Sheesh, she bad. You know what I'm saying? She bad. Oh, her body nice. But to go out my way and say, girl, when I seen your picture, I just wanted to highlight you and let you know that I'm ready to do whatever you want me to do to let you know that I'm your king and your queen. And nah, over for that. Look, say you nice, to the left. I'm good. Especially now with Listen, the Father has marked everybody. Those that's with him, that line has been drawn. I told you guys this all the time. The line has been drawn. You see the line being drawn, and whoever is on his side is going to be protected. And whoever is on that other side, well, you're going to be rejected because you rejected yourself. No, I take that back, because you injected yourself. Ooh, talk to them nice. Now, don't get me wrong. The Father will still have mercy on you. Your ancestors will still have mercy on you. But you got to do the necessary things to remove these evil out of you. These demons, you got to take it out of you. And it only comes out by fasting and praying. Proper nutrition. Staying away from all living organisms. Right? Ain't no meat eating. Gotta stay away from that. Your body will tell you, we can't have no meat. When you breaking out, when your underarms stink, when your piss is yellow, when your joints is hurting, when your back is hurting, when anytime your body is in a place of distress, is whatever you have intake, you have to consume. When your skin is a powerful, let me say that again, your skin is a powerful force field that blocks off all evil. You get sick from the inhaling of or touching and allowing these things that you touch to go into your hands, into your food. We touch our phones every day. We drive our cars every day. We take the train, the bus. We touch a lot of things, and we don't just wipe our hands right after. We'll touch something, sit up, get off the train, and grab our phone. Then go home and we'll eat. Right? Wash your hands and start eating. But then while you eating, you forgot that you grabbed your phone. Now that bacteria is still in your hands. And then you're going to touch a dumpling and you're going to bite through it. And then you're going to wake up tomorrow and you're going to be like, yo, I ain't feeling too good. And then now you trying to recollect and trying to figure out, how did you get sick? I'm telling you how you got sick right there. That's how we get sick. But you're not going to know this if you allow you to be taught by individuals that don't make no sense. Right? Verse 9 says, this is for, I remember when the wife asked me, she says, there's nothing wrong with having male friends, right? I said, are you dumb? I said, there's absolutely something wrong with that. She said, why is that? I said, let's go to Sirach 9:9. It says what? Sit not at all with another man's wife, nor sit down with her in thy arms, and spend not thy money with her at the wine, lest thy heart incline unto her, and so through the desire thou fall into destruction. Because you're going to sit down, you're going to drink some wine. Oh, you ain't know this was in the word. Oh, you ain't know this. Oh, the reason why the hood is the way it is because nobody ain't reading the word no more. This is why I'm bringing it out, right? It says what? You sit down with a person, you drinking wine, you having a good time. You all know what alcohol do. They put wine there, but we talking about a drink. You sitting there, you drinking, you laughing, you having a good time. Before you know it, you reminiscing on old times, and before you know it, he's digging you down. And then you got to go home to your wife, to your husband, and say what? And say what? Huh? You're going to be destroyed. It's going to be a destruction. And what's going to come out of that? Emotions are going to come out of that. A man that's willing to just check on you, see if everything was good, is going to lead to he's texting you every day. To the point where he might become a stalker. She might become a stalker. Come into your house, figuring out where you at, why you ain't picking up your phone, why you ain't answering. Oh, yeah. So to prevent that, Gotta let it be known. I said, are you dumb? Like, never, ever. Because when like I said, when you do these things, you're opening up doors. We wrestle not against flesh and blood, people. You can't give the devil any ammunition to gun you down. We've been gunned down enough, and we're not falling by no bullets no more. We're rising. I'm healing from them gunshot wounds. You should be healing from the gunshot wounds. Every time you hear his name, Sonini, Nannini, you should be healing from the gunshot wounds, because it's time for us to go home. Let my people go. Let's continue. It says, forsake not an old friend, for the new is not comparable to him. A new friend is as a new wine. When it's old, thou shalt drink it with pleasure. All right? A new friend is as a new wine, but when it's old, thou shalt drink it with pleasure. Come on. Why your pastors is not reading these passages to you? Huh? Why every time I only get John 3:16 or Proverbs, I get Proverbs 1, or I get Hosea 4 and 6. My people destroyed for lack of knowledge, and that's it. Why are we destroyed? Why you don't continue reading what else is being said? Because it tells you why we're being destroyed. Oh, my bad, because that's not us, right? Come on, man. It says, envy not the glory of a sinner. Envy not the glory of a sinner. Why are you celebrating Passover? Why are you so glorified to be a ISIS Ra elite? Huh? Because you know the glory that comes along. You know the prestige and the respect that comes along with being ISIS Ra elite. So you want to be ISIS Ra elite so people can see you and respect you the way that they respect these heathens. Are you dumb? Are you dumb? Envy not the glory of a sinner, for thou knowest not what shall be his end. You don't even know. We know. But for some of you guys don't even know what's going to happen to these people. Some of you people don't even know that because of your decision to roll with them, choose ye this day who ye shall serve, and you chose to serve them, you're going to be destroyed. Come on. Verse 12 says, delight not in the things that the ungodly have pleasure in. My man's like, yo, son, we going to the strip club now. I'm good. Yo, bro, we about to go to City Island, bro. I'm trying to get me this seafood platter, man. That joint got clams, it got oysters, it got shrimp. They give you the lobster tail, and you get all of that for $25. You can't beat that, bro. What's up? Nah, I'm good. Delight not in the things that are ungodly have pleasure in, but remember, they shall not go unpunished unto their grave. Oh, listen, believe me, this is for real. Self-explanatory. It says, keep thee far from the man that hath power to kill, so shall thou not double the fear of death, right? And if thou come unto him, make no fault, lest he take away thy life presently. Remember that thou goest in the midst of the snares, and that thou shalt walkest upon the battlements of the city. It's a reminder that you are in a war. This is a reminder to let you know that you are in a war. Don't be around these people. These people can kill you and get away with murder. But everything is going to be done in decency and order. All right? Let's continue. It says, as near as thou canst, guess at thy neighbor and consult with the wise. Let thy talk be with the wise, and all thy communication in the law of the Father. And let a just man eat and drink with thee, and let thy glory be in the fear of the Father. For the hands of the artificer, the works shall be condemned, and the wise ruler of the people for his speech. A man of an ill tongue is dangerous in his city, and he that is rash in his talk shall be hated. He that is rash in his talk shall be hated. I'm very rash. You know that. You know there's no filter fish over here. You know I keep my foot on these heathens, Hebrews, and heathenites' necks. You know that. This is why they say that I be hating, that I'm mad. I'm trying to figure out where I'm mad. No. No, it's because I'm a warrior. I'm not a beta. I stand on truth. I can stand on truth, talk to you, belittle you, and belittle you in a space of respect. Yeah. Oh, they didn't know that we can do that. Come on now. Shall we continue? Shall we continue? Shall we continue? Hold on. Let me see. See that? No. 1,000 has died. Shall we continue? Would you like me to go to 10? Let's go to 10. Let's do 10. Why not? We still got time. We're gonna end it at 10. We're gonna end it at 10 because I wanna hear the questions. Right? It says, a wise judge will instruct his people, and the government of the prudent man is well ordered. As the judge of the people is himself, so are his officers. And what manner of man that ruler of the city is, such are all they that dwell therein. An unwise king destroyeth his people, but through the prudence. This is what, see, an unwise king, that's your current president right now. Unwise. I mean, I don't call him a king. But you do. You guys do. You know what I'm saying? I don't. Right? And he has been destroying you guys ever since. From 2020. The minute that man walked into the office, he said, the first thing that he did, he said, we're going to protect the Asians and we're gonna protect the Transformers. Anybody disagree? Nobody disagree. Right after that, he let you guys had a great summer. You had a great summer. Some of you guys was still getting your unemployment. Y'all was living your best lives, right? Soon as Labor Day came to an end, the day later, breaking news, mandate for all you heathens, Hebrews, and heathenites. And how many of y'all fell for that? An unwise king destroyeth his people, but through the prudence of them which are in authority, the city shall be inhabited. Okay? The power of the earth is in the hands of the Father. You see what the brother said? The big bro said 1,000 people in Morocco died because of earthquakes. Let me read that again. The power of the earth is in the hands of the Father, and in due time he will set over it one that is profitable. Okay? In the hands of the Father is the prosperity of a man. Remember when he says, don't worry, that he makes sure even the birds and the lilies get their water, get their dew, and get their food. You his greatest creation. He's gonna take care of you as long as you don't defile yourself. You could be in any circumstances. Your creator will make sure that you eat. Will make sure that you sleep. Will make sure that you have just enough energy to go another day in complete humbleness and humility. This is why these homeless people, they be broke as they. You ever notice that they never have health problems? I mean, not for the homeless people that I met, don't have no health problems. Compared to people that's living in houses, that's got cars, that got cell phones, that living their best lives, go to the best restaurants, you see more people sick with all the access to all of that compared to individuals that don't have nothing but a cup with some change in it. Hey, make it make sense. Tell me I'm lying. Come on now. And upon the person of the scribe shall he lay his honor. Bear not hatred to thy neighbors for every wrong, and do nothing at all by injurious. Let me say it again. I don't want to butcher it. Hold on.
Injurious.
Injurious practices. Pride. Ooh, listen. Look at 7. Pride is hateful before the Father and man. Pride. Huh? IUIC, you too proud, humble yourself. GOCC, you too proud, humble yourself. Right? Sakari, man, you guys need to repent. Okay? The GMS, I need to repent. Okay? USUPK, I need to repent. Creflo, take your dollar, you need to repent. TD Snakes, you need to repent. And the list goes on and on and on and on. Okay? Pride is hateful before the Father and man, and by both does one commit iniquity. Because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another. This is what happened to us. This is what happened to us. And this same tactic, the Father has switched it now and put it upon these heathens. They know that. Remove them. Bill Gates spent $9.5 million for shares in your beer. Yeah, your beer. Bud Light. He got $95 million worth in shares. I guess I won't be drinking that no more. Let's continue. It says, why is the earth and ashes proud? There is not more wicked things than there's not a more wicked thing than a covetous man, for such as one set of his own soul to sell, because while he liveth he casts away his bowels. Damn. Whew. Whew. Steroids. Proverbs on steroids. Woo. The physician cutteth off a long disease, and he that is today a king, tomorrow shall die. For when a man is dead, he shall inherit creepy things, beasts, and worms. The beginning of pride is when one departeth from the Father. Whoa. Hold on. Listen, this joint made sweat come out my nose. Hold on. Whoa. Let's read that again. It says the beginning of pride is one departs from the Father, and his heart is turned away from his maker. Ooh. Hold on, I gotta highlight this. This gotta be highlighted. Oh man, you gotta give a gunshot salute for that. You can call it a gunshot, you can call it thunder and lightning, you can call it whatever. You can call it whatever you like. Hold on. Wait, I can't. Hold on, I can't highlight it? What's going on? I can't highlight it, guys. Wow. Okay. No worries. Sirach 10 and 12. I'm not gonna forget that. Let's go to 13. It says what? For pride is the beginning of sin, and he that has it shall pour out abomination. And therefore the Father brought upon them strange calamities and overthrew them utterly. Ooh. It says the Father has cast down the throne of the proud princesses and set up the meek in there instead. David, Saul, us right now. Oh, you ain't think the meek? Listen, when we all get meek, that's when we're going to see Sonini's foot on these heathens right in the center of the street. Are you dumb or are you dumb? Let's continue. Let's continue. It says, the Father hath plucked up the roots of the proud nations and plant them the lowly in their place. Ooh, you see what's going on right now. He's plucking them. He is pluck, pluck, pluck. Pluck, pluck, pluck. Pluck, 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 pluck. Taking you right out. Oh, France, it doesn't look good. Oh, Europe is not looking good. Listen, Russia, you where you at, because the Father's he's saving all of you guys for last. Listen, every single nation that had their hands in our demise will have to pay. And payment is starting now. That's why I tell brothers and sisters, don't be sitting here running for no reparations. It's too late for that, fam. I don't want it. You can keep that just like you keeping or printing out this fake money. I don't want it. You keep that. Because the money that you're giving me still wouldn't be enough for as much riches, milk, honey that Sonini Nannini has given unto our forefathers. Please, miss me with that. Right? It says, for the Father overthrow countries. Listen carefully, people. For the Father overthrew countries of the heathens and destroyed them to the foundations of the earth. He took some of them away and destroyed them, and had made their memorials to cease from the earth. Sheesh. People not even gonna even think about you. Woo. Pride, listen carefully. Pride was not made for man, nor furious anger for them that are born of a woman. So where did pride come from? Cain. How did pride get into you? Some of us was intermingling. Your forefathers was intermingling with the heathens. And that DNA, that spirit that spirit that's suited with the blood is inside of you. The spirit, when, like the word says, this blood holds the spirit of the man. So when you was drinking Jesus Christ, you was putting the spirit of Cain inside of you. Oh, we're gonna give a different conversation today. Yes, when you was drinking that, you was drinking Cain. Whether it was metaphorical, whether it was physical, whether it was spiritual, you accepted that covenant. And you see what's going on. Who is this? You never had that. You never had pride. Right? Look at these brothers. Look at the name of these brothers' congregations, and you tell me they're not prideful. You tell me that what I'm saying is metaphorical. You tell me that. I'll show you how physical these people are prideful. Because I was there. I was present. I was a part of it. I know what I'm talking about. Prideful. Pride. The pride was not made for men, nor furious anger for them that are born of a woman. Not supposed to have none of that. Every time I tell you guys, everything that you guys are doing is taught behavior. The world was given unto the hands of the wicked. So everything that this world will present to you will always be wicked. Until the wicked is going to stop when we take the veils. The eyes of the judges have been covered. But guess what? Our ancestors, Sonini and Nannini's, uncovering it. Are you willing to see? Like our big brother said. He said, he that got eyes to see, let him see. Ears to hear, let him hear. Are we willing to do that? Are we really? Or are we just talking the talk because it sounds good and we want to seem educated and we want to see accepted? We want to be accepted. We don't want to be accepted by Sonini Nannini. You want to be accepted by the people that print your money. Let's continue. Ooh. It says, They that fear the Father are a sure seed. Ooh. Ooh. Look how Sirach. And now that you have the understanding of Genesis, now that you have the understanding of John chapter 8, look how these things is made good for you. You know who Noah is. You know how many seeds he had. Noah feared his father. He feared Sonini, Nannini. Abram feared them. And guess what? Hey, children feared him too. And if you don't fear the Father, if the name Sonini, Nannini is dreadful amongst you, I'll leave it as that. And they that love him, a honorable plant. Ooh. They that regard not the law are a dishonorable seed, and they that transgress the commands are a deceivable seed. What seed? What seed is dishonorable? What seed is deceivable? Ooh. Meditate on that. I'm giving you something. When we finish this Samba conversation, I want you to open the book and you read it for yourself and you go back. And then you come holler at me. And tell me if you got the eyes to see and the ears to hear. Oh, let's get that clear. Let's continue. Woo. It says what? Amongst brethren, he that is the chief is honorable. So are they that fear the Father in his eyes. The fear of the Father goes before the obtaining of authority. You want to have power? You want to rule again? You want to be in a position of authority? Better start fearing Sonini, Nannini. Oh, look how wonderful that's feel. Oh, let's clap. Or why are we not clapping? Why you guys are not clapping? Put that in the chat. Y'all should be applauding this. Come on now. Come on now. You want to obtain authority? You better start fearing Sonini. But roughness and pride is the losing thereof. You want to be a tough guy, huh? You want to have pride, huh? You're going to lose everything thereof. Whether he be rich, noble, or poor, their glory is the fear of Sonini, Nannini. Is it not meant to despise the poor man that has understanding? Neither it is, let me say it right, because I don't want to be butchering stuff.
Convenient.
Is it convenient to magnify a sinful man? Great men and judges and, let me say this, was it Potenus? Let's see.
Potentates.
Potentates shall be honored, yet is there none of them greater than him that feareth Sonini. Great men, judges, lawyers, rulers, whoever, but none of them is greater than you. None of them is greater than you. Every single one that's tuning in, every single one that know that they are from the seed of Akobi, every single one that fears and know the name of Sonini, Nannini. You guys are greater. This is why they want to what? Repopulate, depopulate. They don't want to do none of that but to one particular group. And their first eyes of their depopulation is starting where? In the Holy Land. Because they want that land. They need that land. None of these heathens can survive without the presence of the Holy Land and without the presence of the holy children. They just bamboozled you and made you brainwashed and made you believe that if it's not here, you don't want to go anywhere. Made you say foolish things like, these Africans wasn't checking for us. Why would I want to go back? How they checking for you when they was dealing with the colonization? Listen, let me ask you a question. Which one is worse? Which one is worse? The man that took you out your house and put put you in another house, even though that's not your house? Or the man that comes into your house and said that this is my house and you better follow the rules and regulations in this house? Which one is worse? Which one is worse? Because me coming off the ships, yes, we was beaten, all of this took place. But look where we at now. These people that's in the Holy Land is still going through the colonization. People is still working through mines, digging up gold that they can't even keep in their pockets. I showed you guys a video where people that works in these mines had to go into a radiation machine, aka X-ray, to make sure that these brothers didn't swallow nothing, that these brothers didn't put nothing in their ass crack. This is the wickedness of this world, the wickedness of these people. You have to see this. You have to understand this. These are your enemies. These are not your friends. Let's continue, man. It says, unto thy servant that is wise shall they that are free do service. And he that hath knowledge will not grudge when he is reformed. Will not grudge, will not be angry when he's reformed, corrected, changed, removed, relocated. Brother be thinking that I be mad when I get, let me tell you something. I don't ever get mad when it comes to wisdom. I don't get mad. I take in all information, all of it. I will never get mad. I just, like I said, I just got a high, low tolerance for foolishness, stupidity, right? Unto the servant that is wise, free do service, and he that has knowledge will grudge when he is reformed. Will not grudge, Be not overwise in doing thy business, and boast not thyself in the time of thy distress. Better is he that laboreth. You see, when we going through stuff, you can like, yo, salam alaikum, yeah, man. Nah, humble yourself. I humble myself. I'm still humbling myself, right? Better is he that laboreth and abundeth in all things than he that boasteth himself and wanteth bread. This is us. This is the Bantu of 2023 right here. Better is he that laboreth and abound in all things than he that boasteth himself and wanteth bread. You boasting yourself and then you're going to talk about, yo, man, feed me. Boasting yourself like you the man, but then you got to go answer to these heathens for a paycheck. Boasting yourself. Humble, bro. Better is he that laboreth and abundeth in all things, and then he that boasteth himself and wanteth bread. My son, listen, my son, glorify thy soul. My children, let's change that. My children, glorify thy soul in meekness, and give it honor according to the dignity thereof. Who will justify him that sinneth against his own soul? Who's going to judge him? Right? And who will honor him that dishonor his own life? The poor man is honored for his skills, and the rich man is honored for his riches. He that honoreth in poverty, how much more in riches? And he that dishonor in riches, how much more in poverty? Wow. Damn, I feel like reading again. We gonna do 11 next week. Now we gonna do this one more time. We're gonna do this one more time. We have to. We have to. Damn, this is just too good. Damn, this is just too good. This is amazing, guys. This is amazing, guys. Oh, the Book of Sirach. Oh my geez. Wow. Wow. Whew. All praises be to the Father, man. All praises be to the Father. Our ancestors, Sonini, Nannini. Round of applause for them, man. Facts, man. And even for me, you know what I'm saying? Even for me, as knowledgeable I am, me reading this, I have a lot of self-evaluation to do. This is what December is for. This is what the day of rest is for. It's for you to get closer, meditate on the word, and evaluate yourself. I got a lot of evaluation that I need to do. I have a lot of different approach that I need to start taking. I have to. I have to know when it's time to be so-called ignorant. I have to. But right now, with the things that's going on in this world, with the position that I'm in, the obstacle courses that I have to jump over, the hurdles, I gotta always stay in a position of meek, because I know that the Father, Sonini, Nannini, our ancestors, our father and mother got us, bro. And we're protected, and we'll remain protected as long as we don't reject him. We can't reject them no more. Let's see what you guys got to say, man. Damn, that. Yes. Daughter of Jerusalem. I like that name. Sis. Wonderful. I love all y'all names. I ain't gonna lie. Deadly Lioness. Listen. You a lioness. You're. Hey. You gotta eat. You gotta start chefing up. I've been seasoning for you. The big bro been seasoning for you. Now I'm waiting for the meal. I'm hungry. I'm trying to eat. I'm trying to sit back and eat. You feel me? The same way I sit back and listen and eat when the big bro do it. I'm waiting for yours too, Lioness. I'm waiting for you too. I ain't a king yet, man. The kingdom hasn't been confirmed to me yet. I ain't a king yet. I'm still June's. I'm honorable. Either you can call me Honorable Minister Junes for the Bantus, or you can call me the Honorable Judge Junes. Don't play around, because you know it's going down. You feel me? So, is there any questions? Anybody got any questions? Go ahead. I know it's a long one. The Wiz told me it was gonna be long. I told her it was gonna be an hour, but you know. Any questions? No questions? No? No. I'm signing out. I'm signing out. But before I do, I want to show you guys something. You guys thinking I be playing. I'm gonna show you something. Hold on. Look what came in the mail, guys. Hold on. Let me make sure I'm able to see it. Hold on. Look what came in the mail, guys. I got it a little too big. I told you guys I've been working out intensively, killing the body fat. So my body, I'm down to like, I was 216 in June. I'm down to 180. I'm gonna shoot back up to like 185, 186. I might just keep myself like 190. You know what I'm saying? 190. I think it's suited for me. But this is it right here. See that? So one of these days you might see me wearing it. One of these days. Don't know when, but it's gonna happen. Yeah. So And no questions. No questions. I'm gonna sign out. Listen, when it comes to it, that's it. I just listen too. Let me tell you something. The greatest teachers was the greatest students. The greatest teachers was the greatest student. See, for us, even for me, when I was in college, and this is not being prideful, I'm just telling you my testimony. I'm the reason why half of my peers in my field that I was in, half of them is where they at because of me. I helped plenty of brothers and sisters graduate college because I was always a good listener. When I'm focused on determined to be great, I become that. And right now, I'm focused and determined to be the greatest podcaster / messenger of Sonini Nannini of all times. I'm on that mentality. So when you see me doing things like this, when you see me bringing forth Sirach, well, I could be like everybody else and title this and then write this off. I did it plenty of times. I got plenty of old videos. But the question that I ask you is, how beneficial is that to you? Because I'm going from precept to precept, here and there, here and there, here and there, here and there. But when the objective is to read something and know what you're reading, know what it's meaning, know what it's saying, because these are the things that's going to help us get to that next level. And the only level that we need to get next to is freedom. And the truth is what's going to give us freedom, because the truth shall set you free. Remember, I told you that. And if anybody's not bringing forth truth, if anybody's bringing forth genetically modified information, if anybody's bringing forth Luciferian teachings, that's whether it's Christianity, whether it's Islam, whether it's Hebrew Israelism, anybody that's bringing you forth that, you step away. You step away. You denounce it. You say out your mouth. Even if they call you, you say out your mouth. You say, I rebuke you, Satan. And when they shocked and they say whatever, and they say, why would you think that I'm Satan? It's because you are who you call on. It's your brother, man, from the motherland. I came to you guys live. Hey, before I go, you know I gotta play the song. Hold on, let's let it play.
Where were you when I'm sick? Where were you when I'm there? So far, skitchy. So far, skitchy. Kichima. Simran Kondo Alliance. Shoot to kill. Gamaza. Kill the poor. The farmer. Kill the poor. The farmer. Brr, pa. Pa. Brr, pa. Pa. Attention.
And for those that don't know who I am, I can't even say, no, I can't say it. I am Mr. Keep My Foot. Just like Joshua did. Just like David. Just like Solomon. Just like Abram. Just like Isaac. Just like Akobi. I keep my foot on you heathens. You he-grows. And the newly installed Hedonites next. Are you dumb or are you dumb? Father, say one time for the one time. And I'ma holler at y'all. One.